Darrell Jazz Johnson here with ESPN Radio's Bill Daughtry. Bill, how are you doing today?
Darrell, I'm doing great. How are you?
Great, thanks. Phil Jackson just announced as the head of the Knicks organization. What are your thoughts on that?
It's a very interesting day for the organization that he talks about being back here, about coming back here full-time, because a lot of people were, he's going to be back and forth. No, he says he's going to be here, and he talked about the emphasis of being involved in the city, the energy that comes with the city, and it turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
How important is it for him to live in New York to do this job as opposed to being bi-coastal and spending some time in L.A. while still having a role of heading the Knicks?
I really don't think that matters, because now with all the advances we have, with all the digital imaging that's out there, you can see games all around the world. I mean, when it comes to actually having to talk with somebody, being in New York would be important. But from the standpoint of being able to see and observe, I think you can do that from anywhere now.
What type of message does this send to Carmelo Anthony, to NBA players and organizations alike that the Knicks made this move?
I think it was very interesting what he had to say about Carmelo Anthony, called him a great player. But he also talked about his role on the Olympic team, which was a championship team. Does he foresee that here? It also seemed pretty clear to me that he's a player he would like to keep around. You know, there's a lot of fear, a lot of concern that Melo's going to bolt. What reason does he have to stay? Well, the Carmelo has already said, you know, I'll change my game, do whatever's necessary, and that Phil Jackson kind of has something in mind, or at least it seems that way. I could see that being a good marriage.
Final question. What type of impact can this have on the Knicks potentially making the playoffs this season?
Well, I think already you've seen that the New York Knicks are focused. They have a goal. They have something to do. They're still 3.5 games out with about 15 to play. It's doable. It's daunting. But I think a big step is going to come when they play Indiana tomorrow. And I think from there, that's where it'll get real interesting. And let's remember that at the end of the season, they do have a killer West Coast road trip that could very much decide what this season is going to be about. But in my mind, the season is pretty far from over for the New York Knicks.
Thank you very much for your time. Look forward to listening to your take on ESPN New York 98.7 tonight.
Darrell, always a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.